Fund. Mr. Chandresh is a mechanical engineer from IIT Delhi and a postgraduate in diploma from IIM Calcutta. Before I start,
thank you. I was not scheduled to come up and share something with you, but I couldn't stop myself going through the last two sessions. I would specifically like to compliment the organizers, specifically on the for conceptualizing this forum. I've been to many forums, for conceptualizing and specifically including the last session on branding. The reason I wanted to steal a few minutes, and I promise I won't take long, is because there are certain things that I found it extremely in sync with what Anita was talking about. So at Axis, I just wanted to share with you, these are the foundations at our business. We want to launch solutions rather than product. We think that is what the customer needs. Ultimately, the product will be there, but it just needs to be packaged in a better manner for the customer to be able to identify with his needs. Two, we think our communication needs to move away from the bridge and the railroad that Naren was talking about, and we need to communicate with the investor and give him the confidence that this particular product or a solution will help him or her achieve the objectives that he's laid out. So that's what I wanted to share with you, and I won't take too much more time. Over to you, Chandresh.
Good morning, everyone. I'm really happy to be here. As Saman mentioned, I think I'm very happy to be speaking after two speakers who've already kind of set the stage. Naren, while saying that markets are unpredictable, so what am I going to talk about the way forward if they're unpredictable? And two, Anita saying that investors don't understand. So one, we don't know where the markets are going, and then investor anyway is not going to understand what we are going to say. So what is it that we are going to say? Anyway, so let's try and simplify things. What I'm trying to do for the next 15 minutes or so, going to talk about is why we believe equities is still a good place to be, and we'll go through that. I mean, most investors are psychologically today afraid of entering the market because it has moved up high. The background to that is because they've seen such a sharp fall in 2008, 2009. If in this chart, instead of the peak we saw in, let's say, January of 2008, this was a steady rise and we had reached these levels of 20,000, I don't think people would have been that concerned. So the worry is coming because in our minds we are kind of scared, because we have seen a sharp fall. And at second level, most investors are significantly underinvested or probably not invested in the market at all. So in a sense, they've made a mistake, or they have kind of missed out this rally. So to summarize, I would say some people who have continued to stay invested or are invested, markets have hit a new high, so to say, back to 20,000 levels. However, this 20,000 level is not the same as the 20,000 levels we saw 3 years back, because in these 3 years of earnings have passed. So valuations are probably down 30%. And sectors which have continued to grow earnings, stocks have moved much faster, while those which have not done so have not done well. So that is kind of giving credence to the fact or the hypothesis that as corporate earnings keep performing, stock prices keep going up.
if you could please stand up and use the
income saver fund.
Yes.
See, generally, quant-based funds don't work at times of high volatility when the VIX is higher.
Right.
How do you
Good question.
risk manage that?
Good question. One is that we have seen the worst periods of volatility, which means the periods of highest volatility. So from a 99% confidence level, taking that data point into account, we will that's how the model works. The other important thing here is that there the rebalancing is every week. So in case you have underestimated volatility for the week, you get a chance to very quickly change your stance in the next week. So those are the two things. One is the model itself is quite robust in taking care of the worst of the volatility periods, and two, it has a much more frequent asset allocation change if required.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We've run right out of time, and can I request Mr. G. Suryanarayanan of Hyderabad to please come up and give a memento to Mr. Nikam.